We now continue our dedicated parallel stream sessions tailored to architecture, engineering, infrastructure, and prefabrication and construction. If you wish to change the stream now, of course you can do this to view sessions that best match your specific interests. I can assure you, though, that you will be missing out on some exciting interviews. This is the infrastructure stream. We will start with our session on the transformative power of parametric design in civil engineering. Then, we will dive into a number of What's New in sessions for Allplan 2025 for infrastructure design. Stay with us as we dive into the future of civil engineering. For Allplan, transportation infrastructure is an important strategic pillar, not only because of its importance globally as many governments increase their investment and the breadth of projects our clients are involved in, but also because of sustainability. There is an increasing focus on sustainable in transportation infrastructure, aiming for energy efficiency, reduced emissions, the use of eco-friendly materials, and incorporating smart technologies for improved operations and safety. So, let me please welcome Gregor Streckel, who will join me today to explore the transformative power of parametric design to build workflows in civil engineering. Welcome.
Thank you, Ilona. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's really been a year since our last event. After that, we really had an intensive development phase, and now we meet here again to share and to show how our innovations are paving the way for a better future in civil engineering.
I couldn't agree more, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Gregor. And you are well known in Allplan communities as one of the driving forces behind our road and bridge solutions. So this year, we have been so many significant changes. So it would be great if you could tell us more.
Yeah, so we have many changes this year. That's correct, Ilona. This year marks a major milestone, not just for me or for the product, but for the entire team behind the product. And there are two key reasons for that. So the first one is that we have changed the name, the product name, from Allplan Bridge to Allplan Civil. And the second one is that we are introducing a comprehensive design to build workflow, which is specifically tailored for precast, pre-tangent girder bridges.
Yeah, and Allplan Bridge was established as a strong brand in the market. Why did you decide to change the name?
Yes, you are right, Ilona. Again, and yes, Allplan Bridge is a relatively new product, and it was very good accepted and received by the market, by our users, by the engineers. And this is why the decision was not taken lightly. However, since its first release in 2018, the scope of structures that can be parametrically modeled within the product has expanded significantly. And the driving force behind this is the evolution of our modeling techniques, which I like to categorize into three groups. So the first technique, which was also part of our initial release, involves defining a cross-section, of course parametrically, and extruding this cross-section along the true road axis, the one that is defined by clotoids, arcs, and straight lines. And any parameter in this cross-section can be set as a variable, and the variation along the axis is defined by tables or formulas. And this approach allows for precise modeling of any shape, where the geometry of this structure is related to the axis. And this enables us to model a variety of different structures, not only bridges, but also retaining walls, tunnels, or even cooling towers. Why? Because also this method is applicable for vertically oriented structures like piers and columns.
You mentioned there are three. What are the other two modeling techniques?
Yes, the second modeling technique is what I like, or what we would like to call, is polygonized modeling method. Here we use what in Allplan Civil now is known as link girders. And these link girders are straight 3D elements defined by two 3D points. And the big benefit is, or the big advantage is, that these points can be relative to axis or to any other existing 3D element, such as, for example, as a pier. And this versatility allows for a wide range of applications. And the practical example would be, or are, for example, precast girder bridges. In this case, the user first creates the substructure and then defines the girders, the deck, and all other equipment. The girder geometry, particularly the length, is automatically calculated based on the substructure shape, position, and orientation relative to the axis. And since everything is parametrically defined, users can very easily fine-tune the structure geometry. For instance, if the pier's angle in the plan needs adjusting, the user rotates the pier, and the girders automatically adjust in length, of course, according to this change. And these link elements, they are not only applicable for precast girder bridges, but can be applied to virtually any structure.
And what about the third technique?
Yeah. The third technique is what is also in Alplan Bridge known as free parametric modeling. And here the primary modeling elements are prism elements. The shape of prism element is defined by a cross-section, so we assign a cross-section to these elements with a certain thickness. And this allows, again, for definition of any shape of prisms. And once the shape is defined, the prisms can be positioned relatively to an axis, and of course also parametrically between each other. And once all the prisms are placed, the structure is finalized with Boolean operations.
Does the user need to choose a specific technique up front?
Actually, no. And that's actually also the benefit of our solution, because all these modeling techniques can be mixed within a single project or even within a single structure. And this flexibility, combined with the generality of the modeling techniques, means that they can be applied to any civil structure. In fact, many of our users already utilize the solution for more than just bridge modeling. And our recent infrastructure event, our recent infrastructure digital conference, also the one from this year and also the one from last year, showcased projects where the solution was used for retaining walls, for tunnels, for cut and cover structure, and much more. And there were many impressive projects shown in these events. And the one that is, at least for me, one of the most impressive for me was the road widening project in Switzerland from our user Benzinger. In a simple way, we can say that it's a mix of a road, a bridge, and retaining wall. It really showcased how our solution for roads, bridges, now called civil, and our detailing and drafting solution can help to successfully deliver such a complex civil project.
Yes, I remember it well. Indeed, it was impressive. I know that some of you may not have the chance to watch our infrastructure digital conference. If you missed it, I encourage you to watch it on demand. Now back to you, Gregor. Given the strong development of our infrastructure solutions in the past, what's new this year?
Yeah, there are many news. This year we have really focused on creating more complete and streamlined workflows, not just for modeling, but also for structural analysis. And one of the key milestones for us is the release of a full design workflow for precast girder bridges. So the modeling aspect has been available for 2 years now already. And this year we are introducing the analysis component. It was crucial for us to cover the entire life cycle of the girder to ensure precise global and local analysis. We now simulate the girder from its creation. So from the position in the casting bed to its final placement on the bridge, including all the intermediate stages, such as, for example, lifting, storage, and also, of course, transportation. Our colleague, I know our colleague Jan is on standby and will provide you more details later on.
That's great. And I know there's even more.
Yes, you're right. So we have additionally extended also our parametric reinforcement link with Alplan. This feature is really great because it enhances our productivity and precision by allowing our users to model reinforcement parametrically. It is built on our user-friendly parametric tool, and it simplifies the creation of various reinforcement shapes. And users can very easily now incorporate this reinforcement into BIM models using this feature. These reinforcement definitions are automatically linked with Alplan Python parts technology, and this enables two things. On one side, in Alplan Civil, reinforcement design and code checking, where on the other side simultaneously allows generating 3D reinforcement models in Alplan. Moreover, this connection is bidirectional because very often changes happen. For example, the reinforcement area, which can be adjusted by stirrup spacing and number of longitudinal bars, and this changes the area, and this area can be re-imported back into the structure analysis for final proof checkings. And also mobile will show you a little bit later more details on this technology. And there is much more to discuss what's new, and we cannot cover everything today. But as every year, we will host a webinar in the beginning of November to showcase all these new features and new workflows.
This year at Alplan, we have one of the biggest and most significant releases ever. And we have also new editions and being civil the highest. Can you tell us a bit more about this civil edition and why it's a must-have for civil engineers in the product portfolio of Alplan?
Yes, no problem. And I really wish, because there is so much that we can explore, that I had more time today, but I will make sure to cover some of the most significant benefits today. So we have talked about past few minutes why we have discussed why we have changed the name from Bridge to Civil, and how these features and workflows are vital for civil engineering. And all of this is not only part of Alplan Ultimate, but it's also part of Alplan Civil. Another key point is that Alplan offers a really comprehensive solution for parametric modeling and design of roads. We provide tools for designing longer road corridors, including various types of intersections, but dominate in designing roads in urban areas where multiple infrastructure utilities needs to be integrated with the newly designed or redesigned road sections. And the version 2025 introduces several new features, and this will be also covered a little bit later by our PO for road, Michael. And of course, that here the journey does not end. So additionally, Alplan Civil also includes integrated structure analysis for bridges. And as maybe the users or the audience knows, Alplan has merged with SCIA and Frilo. And also this is bringing numerous benefits to our users. And we now, for example, offer SCIA Ultimate also in the Alplan Civil edition, together with automated workflows using our autoconverter. Also, this tool is really great because automatically generates analytical models from the Alplan model and establishes also a link between these two models, which means that if any change is done in the analytical model, this is also reflected in the geometrical model. And this, of course, saves time, it reduces errors, and improves quality. Lastly, we offer robust reinforcement modeling, powerful detailing tools for both concrete and steel structures, and of course also highly accurate generation of drawings and other deliverables. And while final deliverables are still primarily 2D drawings, as a construction hasn't fully transitioned to digital, we also fully support BIM to field workflows in practice. And yes, there is even more to explore, like for example our powerful visualization engines, and for example also our specialized solution for precast structures. And I could continue, but I know we are short on time, So the best is to enjoy the event today, to look to the other streams, because I know that my colleagues will explain all the benefits of the complete solution, and all these benefits can be then gathered in our biggest civil edition.
Many thanks, Gregor, for that interesting and inspiring discussion today. And great to hear about the product innovations that further increase the power of parametric modeling, the extended analysis methods, and how enhanced code-based design is documented in the structural report, and special thanks regarding the parametric links for enforcement detailing. I am sure many will be inspired by the technology which we are releasing, but even more by the vision we have created.